Speaker, if you notice, in Order 15, we are going to move to the Committee of the Whole House. And I'm raising this so that even as we are, before we move on, we are informed about the next, the Committee of the Whole House. Madam Speaker, listed as number 3 is the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill, National Assembly Bill number 61 of 2022 by Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Madam Speaker, I have been alerted by the clerk to that committee that the chair of the committee is not available, and the deputy of the committee is not available. And I've asked the committee members who are present, and they say they have no instructions to conduct business in relation to that business. I am here, and some members who had moved amendments are here. And Madam Speaker, I just wanted to say that because of that, order is not likely to go, so that even if I were to leave when it's on the order, I wanted to go on record I was here. And part of the reason is that we don't get misinformation. Madam Speaker, this matter was referred for winnowing in April this year. That's several months ago. Madam Speaker, I've been available for every committee meeting when there is winnowing. There were 3 members. 2 members we agreed, Honorable Irene Mayaka and Honorable Shakil Shabir. But we had a lot of points of disagreement with Honorable Kaluma in relation to the bill. There were some where we had agreements, but on the whole, there were a number of areas, even though he has very few remaining, but those few go to the fundamental aspects, some fundamental aspects of the bill. So we were not agreed. And Madam Speaker, the last 2 times that we met with the committee, Honorable Kaluma was not available. And the matter was canvassed extensively as a committee, and the committee agreed that we move to the House so that it be dealt with, because you cannot winnow forever, Madam Speaker. And in this case, it's just Honorable Kaluma, who we didn't agree on some issues. The committee and I have agreed almost 100%. So the ones on disagreement at some point, the members of the House have to make a decision, either for or against, and that's why it was moved. And Madam Speaker, I'm raising this because earlier Honorable Kaluma had seemed to infer that I had insisted on moving. I had indicated the situation that the matter has been before the committee since April. Madam Speaker, I am just, this bill is assisted reproductive technology. It's not a bill on how Jesus Christ is coming to save the world. So, because that one, then if it's stuck in the committee for 4 years, it's okay. It's assisted reproduction, which is only helping a segment of the society like me who don't have children. It's not everybody. And Madam Speaker, it is wrong for me to feel frustrated by the House. And Madam Speaker, I'll give you an example. Like right now, the bill is actually listed, but 2 other bills by private members are listed before it. Madam Speaker, if it is an issue of seniority, I support both bills. But there are members who are younger than me. Why are their bills coming before me? If it is an issue of procedure, a bill that has already been started or has been here takes precedence. So why is mine coming as number 3? Madam Speaker, in my frustration, I might be forced to infer issues which I don't want to infer. But if it goes on, I will infer. Madam Speaker, I am minority whip. And as minority whip, I try to be a good girl. But the fire in me, as the bad girl, still burns. And it will come out if we continue. I don't like, Madam Speaker, the filibustering I'm seeing, the gatekeeping I'm seeing in relation to my bill.
Have you changed from the bad girl now to a good girl?
I'm only good when I'm in the House as whip. But Madam Speaker, if my bill is being frustrated, I and many other women who cannot have children do not have to go through this in the House. And Madam Speaker, I am also a Seventh-day Adventist, Madam Speaker. And my church, I'm on a point of order, thank you, Honorable Kaluma. And my church has not stopped me from having children through assisted reproductive technology. Let us use Article 24(4) of the Constitution to bring amendments that are conscious of other faiths that may not want to bring issues of assisted reproduction or surrogacy. But don't punish couples, both men and women, who are discriminated, who are stigmatized. Madam Speaker, it takes a lot for me as a woman who is in her 50s to stand before Parliament to tell you I'm childless, which in Luo we call lore. Nobody talks about lore publicly. I think it's wrong for this House to subject me to this kind of, Madam Speaker, this is not right. And I am in the House business. No, I've been in this House, I know when filibustering is being done. Bring my bill, let it fail, but bring it. It will go on record that this House does not want to support women who don't have children. Let it go on record. But don't filibuster with my bill and keep with my bill. Use Article 24(4) of the Constitution and import wordings there that exclude faiths that don't do surrogacy. I am a Seventh-day Adventist. Don't force me with things which are not in my faith.
Honorable Millie, I can see that this is a very emotional matter. And honorable members, all of us are cognizant to the fact that this bill has taken a long time. Honorable Kaluma, I know that you have been mentioned 3 times, so I'll give you a chance. But I would like to say that Honorable Millie Odhiambo is right, that this bill has taken too long. And Honorable Millie Odhiambo, I would like to give you assurance that what you have said is on record, and this matter is going to be acted upon soonest possible. I also agree with you that it is listed, and the fact is that the chair of health is not here, and the vice chair is not here, and it has not been delegated to anyone, and we will not be able to proceed, so you are right. But I would like to tell you that you have spoken passionately on this subject on record, and this is not the first time that you have spoken on it. And I know people, others who are in this House, who would like to benefit from this, and members who have already left this House, who would like this bill to pass. So I would like to give you assurance that this is going to be taken into consideration. Honorable members, the Honorable Millie Odhiambo has mentioned the Honorable Kaluma 3 times. And it is only fair that I give a chance to the Honorable Kaluma to make comments. Honorable Kaluma, don't be as emotional as Honorable Millie. So if you can just make comments without being as emotional as she was, we'll be able to make a decision that can give us progress on the subject.
I never easily fall into emotional blackmail and traps. So don't worry. Don't worry. Honorable Millie, I hope you're not directing your messages at me. Yeah, but nobody stops you from getting children even by now. Honorable
Kaluma, please do not exchange with the Honorable Millie.
I thank you.
I've just given you an opportunity so that you can make your comments on it, because I know that you also have interest in this subject.
But don't allow me to be blackmailed emotionally. Let me address the issue, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you for giving me this opportunity, because it has been mentioned that there were deliberate efforts to delay this bill, particularly at winnowing, which you remember, Honorable Speaker, as a member of the House, I'm the one who requested for. And Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether it was you who was presiding by that time, but I know it was not the substantive speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was personally concerned at what happens in terms of our procedures in Parliament when a matter goes for winnowing. And Honorable Speaker, this is important for me that we mention it, because you remember in the morning I said it is Honorable Millie who has been frustrating progress with this bill contrary to our presentations before this House. Honorable Speaker, my understanding of winnowing is that clause by clause in a bill when you go for winnowing under the standing orders, Honorable Speaker, the members proposing amendments clause by clause on a bill state what their positions are and seek to agree. And that is why it is called harmonization. Honorable Speaker, that is not what happened before this committee. And I'm saying this so that proper directions and perspective can be made. We went for winnowing, Honorable Speaker, and I remember Honorable Millie was there, I was there, Honorable Irene Mayaka was there. Honorable Shakil proposed amendments. And we went for winnowing, and what I was told is that, Kaluma, your amendments will be dealt with later. I protested, but they insisted, so it was not winnowing. The only time, Honorable Speaker, I was allowed to speak during winnowing was the day the Speaker called a member's informal sitting here. And Honorable Millie delayed coming for that meeting by over 1 hour. So that when Honorable Millie came, we had sat there waiting for her for a whole hour. When she came, we were rushing also to this house for the Kamkunji. But in that less than 1 hour we sat, Honorable Millie will confirm to you that we covered up to clause 13. And we were able to persuade one another. And I hope that will not be denied. And we left the committee, Honorable Speaker, saying that the following Tuesday we were to meet. When I came to this house that very afternoon, I approached the Speaker there, and that is when I was told that very afternoon that by the following day, I was to accompany the Legislative Caucus, which we all know, on a trip to South Africa to deal with issues of the House, including the amendments you've seen being proposed. The first person, Honorable Speaker, I informed of the idea that I would not be available on the meeting we are the ones who had enforced was Honorable Millie sitting there when I left the Speaker. And I said, you know what? I'm told I'm traveling out of the country tomorrow. Let us agree on a day we can come and finish. And we were moving towards finish. Honorable CNN was there. When I came, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Millie went to the committee on Tuesday. I also informed the committee clerk and the chair of the committee. Honorable Millie went to the committee, having been informed by me of that intervention, and Honorable Millie insisted that the matter had to be proceeded with anyway. I came back, Honorable Speaker, and I took the matter stride. I said we would proceed before the House. And Honorable Speaker, I agreed to proceed. This is critical because my reputation is being attacked on something I'm approaching in good faith. I came to this House. When a matter goes for harmonization under the standing orders, there should be a report from the committee. And the committee reneged on everything we had agreed on up to clause 13. I didn't mind. I said, let us proceed. When we began, Honorable Speaker, you were in this House. The other members of the panel and the people representing the Speaker were here. We proceeded very well. Why should we be in a situation where, despite proceeding, we are being now blackmailed? Honorable Speaker, let me say this.
Wind up now.
Let me say this as I wind up. When we enact laws in this House, we enact them for the country. Millie is my niece. I've said that times without number. But Honorable Speaker, I will not allow a wrong thing to pass because of emotional blackmail. Let me say that there is nothing stopping anybody from going for surrogacy if they want. Honorable Shakil got children here that way. So let us avoid a situation. No, Honorable Speaker,
do not go
let us avoid a situation where people bring bills here and then they emotionally blackmail members to just pass them. I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that give us directions. I've been in the House since morning to transact this bill. I've even missed a trip I was to go to Paris and Madrid because this bill is on the order paper. The directions I seek, which I thought Honorable Millie would seek, is that are we proceeding or not? So that we can plan other matters. But let us not be blackmailed.
I think you have made your point.
About surrogacy and other things which other people can still go for. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You have made your point. Honorable members, I do not know whether to allow this debate because it is extremely sensitive and there are, if it is, order, Honorable Millie and Honorable Kaluma. Honorable Kaluma, order, Honorable Kaluma. Honorable Kaluma, I'll focus on you, I'll not focus on Millie. Honorable Kaluma, assist us to stop this, please. Honorable members, I will not allow any further comment on this. And this is, honorable members, the Honorable Millie Odhiambo, the Honorable, order Millie, order. Order, Honorable Millie. Order, Millie. Order, Millie. Order, Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Honorable members, the Honorable Millie Odhiambo approached the House Business Committee on the subject matter of this bill, and this bill was listed this morning and the afternoon. That means that the House Business Committee has goodwill on the subject matter. Honorable members, as you may notice, the chair is not in the House and the vice chair is not in the House, and most of the members of Health Committee are not in the House. We have not lost it all. It is still available in the afternoon. However, Honorable Millie, it is important to note that there is a possibility of losing most of the amendments, especially without the chair and without a person who has been designated to prosecute. So it is a balance that has got to be done by both you as a mover and the House leadership. So, honorable members, I would like to just say that this bill is still listed in the afternoon and end it at that point. Thank you, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 14, the Equalization Fund Administration Bill, Senate Bill number 14 of 2023, second reading.
Okay. The finance. That was deferred earlier in the day. Next order.
Order number 15, Committee of the Whole House.